Hi, I'm the Multifarious Fisherman. This is 7 Fish. This is a quick Tip Tuesday to remind you to trust yourself. Don't outthink the fish. I came out fishing with a very good friend of mine. We've been a friend for a very long time. And we are fishing his lake, which I have fished a lot of times. I don't get to fish with him as often as I have in the past because he's a busy guy. And our schedules don't line up all the time, but fortunate enough that he wanted to go out today, and he is not primarily a fisherman. He definitely enjoys doing it, but most of the fishing that he's done in his life up until he moved out here was with me, and he fishes a decent amount now without me because he lives here. I am doing a Tip Tuesday today because I came out with some noisy baits because I thought it was going to be dirty. It is, a little, and quite bloomy as well. So I expected to need some noise to attract fish. And oddly, what I found was he was doing what I normally do, which is how he catches a lot of his fish out here because we've had good success doing it. And I came out trying to think that I knew what I should be doing and doing that. And what I succeeded in doing was allowing him to catch the first 2 fish before I changed what I was doing because I wanted what I was doing to work instead of doing what classically works for me out here. Not that changing it up is a bad thing. Trying things is good, but you know, your favorite old standard baits get that way for a reason. Don't outthink the fish. The fish are not super complex animals. When I fished with the left-handed hunter the other day, not in this lake, when the air temp was quite a bit warmer than it is now, we were seeing water temps like 82 degrees. The air temp when I was driving out here was not yet in the 70s. We've had a lot of triple digits in temp-wise. My water temp today is 74 degrees. We've had 8 inches of rain in the reasonably recent past. So sometimes doing what's worked for you in the past is the strat, even if it isn't the one that seems to be the right one. This purple gold is purple gold for a reason. Those of you who know me will know what that means. Very small fish, but sometimes the old standard is the old standard for a reason. And the reason that the guys that I fish with say purple gold with an eye roll is because it's the purple gold. Should it work? Maybe, maybe not. Does it work? Pretty consistently. It's almost crazy. That's very shallow water I'm throwing to right there. These fish have been real tight to the bank. What I've been finding recently with the warm water is fish bundled up in big groups out deeper. And there are still fish out deep. I can see them on my electronics. What's interesting though is that the fish that I'm finding today are on the bank, which is a little counter to what I've been finding. So if I use my brain and I think about why would that be, the answer is earlier in the video when I said we've gotten 8 inches of rain recently. Though I should have thought of it immediately, I did not. Rising water tends to push fish shallower. Falling water tends to push fish deeper. If we hadn't been getting rain, the lake went down. Fish moved away from the bank. For safety, they want to stay wet. They stay in the same place as the water goes down. They could get stuck. That's a better fish. They could get stuck in that water as the water recedes. Oh, we come off. Poop. Imagine me holding a 1.5-pounder. Not a big fish, but bigger than what I've been catching. My glasses are wet. My camera changing the battery out because batteries die. It's kind of a thing. I was reeling a little bit slower when I caught that fish. I'm about to go aground here. Or as we like to say, go all Gilligan. It's a reference younger folks will not get. So sorry. Little guy. Oh! Actually not what I was expecting. Little guy crappie on a number 5 MEPS. Go figure. I've got a rod rigged for crappie. I threw it a little bit. I didn't have much success. Apparently they want the bass lures. Another purple gold crappie. Actually hooked the bass and lost it on that cast. And then the crappie hit it right when it came out and I was reeling it back to the boat. Go figure. Definitely have water coming in because I can hear it going out the spillway. The water has gotten dirtier while I've been here. So you can tell that that heavy rain that they got is moving through the system, getting down into the creek below. When I got here, the top end was dirty and the dam end was a little bit more clear, but for the time that I've been here, that water's been moving towards the spillway, which is what happens. So at some point, the water coming into the lake will be clearer than the water in the lake. And then that clear water will come in at the shallow end and move its way through just the same.